So how do you guys think Luka's meshing with LeBron in that Lakers offense?
Oh, the chemistry, dude. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
All right, it's the rundown. Wednesday, February 26th. Brought to you by what? Okay. Brought to you by Part of My Cheesesteak. Ordering Part of My Cheesesteak for your game day meal or late night eats is the best play call you can make. Pick your favorite cheesesteak made with thinly sliced steak, melted provolone, mouth-watering cheese sauce, and caramelized onions on a toasted hoagie roll. Or you can order the popular Big Cat Combo and get your choice of cheesesteak, fries, and a drink. Go to partofmycheesesteak.com to order with code PMC20 for 20% off your order. I'd also suggest the brownie bites. Those are delicious. I think it's hard to get a brownie to go.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a freshly baked brown, like that you make at home.
They do it well.
And they do it well. I love the brownie bites. Code PMC20. Partofmycheesesteak.com. All right, let's get into it. One last ride. The Chiefs are saying they're going to be bringing back Travis Kelce, or they're pretty much positive that he will be coming back for the last year on his contract. And they claim he was battling a pretty big illness in the Super Bowl. I always love when the offseason starts because there's usually news that like players are like, oh, he was playing on a torn Achilles or like a torn ACL the whole season, and now he's having surgery. And this one, he's like, yeah, he was sick. He was sick during the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce coming back for his last season. Are you surprised? No,
it's felt odd. I feel like you can't lose in the embarrassing fashion they lost him in the Super Bowl and hang him up. Like, he could still play, obviously. I feel like he's doing the Gronk at the end of his career, where he's kind of just lollygagging through the first half of the season, then turns it on late and in the playoffs. But yeah, I'm one of those crazy guys out there. I don't mind the Taylor Swift Travis Kelce storyline. I think it's good for the sport. I think it's a fun little storyline to follow. This does make me think the Chiefs are gonna win it now next year. Just like a one last dance type thing with Travis Kelce.
You think so?
I know it's not a hot take that the team that goes to every Super Bowl might win next year.
Yeah, with the best quarterback in the NFL.
Do you think Taylor Swift is getting sick of football yet? She's got to be eventually.
She's got to be getting close.
It's a lot of work, probably.
And she got her first taste of losing last season, too. Where it was like, oh, this is how this goes? We can not win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's so fun to do it when everything's going your way, and whenever your team sucks, it's like, well, I guess I don't really like this sport anyways.
Booed by the whole crowd.
That was blown out of proportion. That was just Eagle fans booing her. Yeah.
Girls breaking up with their boyfriends for booing her. See that one?
Yeah, I saw that. Sick.
Tough. Disgusting.
Yeah, like you said, Tommy, I think Travis Kelce's just going to come back and do the Gronk thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he could even take off the first 2 months of the season if he wants to.
Yeah, he's really in the perfect position to just kind of hang on.
You ready for this? You ready for Barstool Sports? I think he's going to go over the middle and really open it up for the offense.
Yeah, he's really good at finding those seams over the middle.
I don't know if he can block the way he used to, though. That might actually end up kind of hurting the Chiefs a bit.
If the defense is playing a soft zone, he's really gonna be able to find the gaps in that zone.
They're just playing backyard football at that point.
Yeah.
And then Mahomes are chemistry. All right.
That was good.
All right, some real.
That was awesome. Good.
We plowed through that so we can get to Love Is Blind.
Good.
Love Is Blind season 8. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Love Is Blind season 8. A contestant broke out in tears over an ibuprofen addiction. I got up to taking 20, maybe even more every day. Can you OD on ibuprofen?
Yes, you can absolutely OD on ibuprofen. You can definitely destroy your insides and kill yourself. It was such a weird, like, bizarre clip too, because like, he's not addicted to ibuprofen. This guy's like confessing like his deepest, darkest trauma essentially to these two girls. He tells it to both girls. And he reveals like the thing that he's really beating himself up about is he was up to 20 ibuprofen a day trying to fix like a basketball injury.
Yeah.
And what he really had was a doctor problem. Like, doctors like couldn't identify like what seemed like a pretty obvious like surgery he just needed to have.
Did it seem like one of those stories where they're just like finding any bit of like drama to make it seem like it's like
this genuine.
Right, but if you ever watch like American Ninja Warrior, they're like, this guy has asthma. How is he competing?
Well, that Survivor does the same thing. This guy was fat in 7th grade.
Yeah.
This guy was really like, he was beat up about it though. Like, I wanted to like almost like explain to him, like, dude, like you're not, like if he was dealing with pain and taking 20 ibuprofen a day, the fact that like he never turned to like opiates or anything stronger, like that's like the least drug addict thing you can do. Almost.
Right.
It's like the least drug addict behavior I've ever heard.
He wasn't like asking his doctor like, "Hey, I'm in pain." Like,
No, he said he Googled how to deal with pain and learned about ibuprofen, which was also weird.
That's really weird.
Internet
Yeah.
taught him about ibuprofen in like high school.
I'm all in on Love Is Blind this season. I've been I think there's 9 episodes out. I've watched 6 of them. It's dumb reality TV, but it keeps my attention.
Yeah.
It's not like even that exciting of a season though.
No, it's not. There's been much better seasons.
But the one guy who's just short, like this guy's not even that short. He's 5'8", 5'9". All he talks about is how short.
Average height.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm so short. I hope she doesn't care that I'm short. And then this was like the big thing. So they put in the teaser for the season a girl saying, I just feel like he knew what I looked like the whole time. So I was like, what's this going to be about? And then it turns out that this guy, the short guy, was like, at one point he asked her, which was weird. He was like, what's your Instagram handle? And she gave it to him. And he was like, oh, I'm just really good with like faces and handles. And she was like, yeah, but you don't know me, right? And he was like, no. And then when they got out of the pods, after they got like engaged, she was like, I think after I saw you, you look familiar. I think you tried to follow me on Instagram a few months ago, and I saw your page, and like I remember this picture of you by a fireplace holding a drink, or by a Christmas tree holding a drink. He was like, I wasn't by a Christmas tree. I think I was by a fireplace. But it's interesting, like how maybe this guy was in the casting process. Maybe he like had his casting agent like that he followed on Instagram, went through all girls in Minnesota, because it's all set in a city. This is like Minnesota area. Maybe he went through all girls from Minnesota the casting agent was following, trying to get a reach. He was like, I feel like he knows that I like Taco Bell, and which is like
she was
anyone
hung up
can
on
guess
that.
A girl likes Taco Bell. It's
Like she was worried that like he won her heart because she knew she liked Taco Bell and was a nurse.
Right.
She was like, if he had that information, then this whole experiment is bunk. I can't trust him.
He denied it. I will say, genius move by him. If he just did what I said, where he was like, I'm going to go through the casting agent Instagram follows, try to get a leg up, see who the hots are going to be, I don't hate that move.
But he wouldn't have followed her. That would have been really dumb. And she did go through, she has one of those apps that apparently track who's followed you and unfollowed you.
Oh, really?
You see that part?
No, so that must be it. I only watched the end of the episode where it gets
shoot,
revealed.
okay. So she ends up going through like her follows and unfollows and could not identify him.
Oh.
He's still kind of like, it's still up in the air though. You'll have to watch it. He's still a little like squirrely about the whole thing, if you ask me. So there's maybe something going on there.
So
it's very interesting.
Last year, the big drama was the girl who was like, I look like Megan Fox. I get what she was saying, but you know what you're getting into. You don't look like
And he passed up on that other girl who was so hot.
Right. And then the girl was like, you're going to regret this. And I think he did.
And wait, one more thing. And this year, part of the drama, a lot of people are mad about is too many white people.
Okay.
It's like a
Where's it?
disproportionate number of white people.
In Minnesota?
Minnesota. It's actually like a perfectly proportionate.
Yeah.
Well, I will say one weird thing about Love Is Blind is like you could be on it and you don't get shown at all.
Yeah.
So it's like 16 guys, 16 girls, and like I guess if you don't form a connection with anyone, like you just straight up don't get shown. So like you'll see the men's living quarters, and there are like a few random black guys, but it's like who the fuck is he? Like we haven't seen him at all. So I think that they might have casted it like whatever, more appropriately, but like I guess outside of this one black guy with the ibuprofen addiction, there's just like they didn't find love.
Well, also, you know what can happen? I think there have been people who got engaged. I know there have been people who got engaged on that show and like don't make the cut for reality TV.
Really?
So like there's people who went through the whole experiment where like I'm on Love Is Blind, that's not on Love Is Blind.
Wow, that's crazy.
That would be brutal.
But you get engaged, I guess.
But what I was going to say, the whole diversity thing, what I was saying, I wrote a blog about this, we should be getting mad about that because the end game should be, they got to get like crazy diverse. Like they basically are picking all like 7, 8 attractiveness range people, like about the same size who like would all make sense being together. They got to get like crazy. I want some like real fat people.
They got to
like
put some
people
real
with,
uggos.
like a quadriplegic, like a blind guy, like some. That's what I want them to get.
I agree. Yeah, I want to see someone who's like missing half.
I mean, the blind guy wouldn't, It's a good show.
Well,
A deaf person would struggle immensely.
so that would be tough. That would be
Just
really
sitting in a room, not
I also
hearing
wondered
anything.
if could you do an opposite of Love is Blind, where essentially you don't get to talk to anybody. All the dates are just like dancing and sex. Like
Yeah.
you go to a concert. That might have a good hit rate.
I would call it Love is Deaf.
Yeah,
The
Love
same
is
thing.
Deaf,
You're
yes.
you're in soundproof rooms and you could see each other.
I feel like that's just like dating apps where you're just like,
Yeah.
yep, they're hot.
Well, you could
swipe.
like go to bars, I guess, but like have earplugs in or something.
I'd be so pissed. Like you get out there and it's just, I would just have the ultimate image in my head. Like, oh, she's
Oh
gonna
my
be a
God,
Swedish
yeah.
model. She's gonna be a Swedish model.
Every time you
feel
hear
it.
a girl's voice without a face, that sounds hot.
Yeah. Well, there
100%
was
of
there was one guy. He honestly, I loved this question. He was asking every girl what their Halloween costumes were.
Ooh.
Which like sounds like a weird question,
No.
but there are hot girl Halloween
good.
costumes.
100%.
That's pretty
If
good.
she's like, oh, I was a slutty, whatever. It's like, okay.
Yeah, yep,
smart.
They can pull it off. That's a genius
Like I was a
move.
Teletubby.
All right. Brace
Yeah,
yourself, guys.
Teletubby next.
No, thank you.
Brace yourself, guys. We got to talk about sports again.
Oh,
Luka and the Mavs played last night, and it kind of ruled. There's like a picture of the Mavs GM sitting in the crowd, and Luka's staring him down. I don't know if we're allowed to show that picture, but if it's all over Twitter. That might be picture of the year. Luka won, triple-double. Everyone's still just like perplexed by this trade. Obviously, Luka's killing it. AD is hurt
yeah.
and maybe out for the season. Yeah, did you guys watch?
No, but I think it was dumb that the GM went to the game.
Well, yeah,
it wasn't
what's he
in
doing?
Dallas. It was in LA. So like you're just setting yourself up
You know,
if it's one thing, it's in Dallas. All right, home court. I kind of got to go. But you know, Luka just gonna make a fool of you.
no, of course. And the whole crowd was chanting, "Thank you, Nico."
Yeah.
The GM. And you know, if you're like a GM, you're a successful guy. You got an ego. You know, he's just sitting there fuming, like, "I'm gonna prove you all wrong."
And I don't
I don't know
think
how
he
he's gonna
is.
do it, but
No.
I might be in on the Lakers this year. This is just a fun storyline.
Nico just kind of has a look of a villain. I think it's his eyebrows.
Yeah, I don't know. Did he think this was like he's got to face the music
He
type
was
of thing?
even
Maybe.
like even in pregame warmups, he was like on the court watching Luka warm up, and he's just like staring him down.
It's like throwing a
There's
banana
something,
peel.
there's something more to this, man.
well,
there has to be.
I saw something that were like they let him go because he drank beer and smoked hookah.
Oh,
And he was
Luka.
fat.
And he was fat. And if you watch like The Last Dance, Michael Jordan's in like the training room drinking beers after just like a random game. Like,
Yeah.
and then I think Dennis Rodman gets on his motorcycle after drinking like 6 beers, and he's like, "All right, see you guys."
So how do you guys think Luka's meshing with LeBron in that Lakers offense?
Oh, the chemistry, dude! It's incredible.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say about the chemistry.
They ran the semi-pro play yesterday. They're just passing it back and forth, inside and out. Luka's posting up. LeBron's on the perimeter. Look good out there. Luka's a great passer. He does the home run passes down to LeBron. It's well, LeBron's a quarterback. Or wait,
And I mean, I'll
what did
say
LeBron
it.
LeBron's a quarterback. Luka's a
Natural
receiver.
wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's a natural quarterback.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, let me be the one to say it. LeBron or Jordan.
LeBron.
I don't know. I've never saw Jordan play, so.
All right, next topic. All right, we're done with that.
Oh, thank God.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, now we can hate on a woman.
Yeah.
This,
Yeah,
now we're talking.
back.
I was laughing at this. A woman's getting roasted online for being a raging lunatic. This is her tweet. Had a straight dude come to my place, and he was so impressed by the simplest things. Art on the wall, rugs, $40 knife block set. Dudes are so fucking lame and pathetic. LOL, they for real need a mommy to take care of them their whole lives.
A bitch. What is he supposed to, is he supposed to not compliment your apartment?
That's insane. Well, he complimented it too much, obviously.
There's a funny tweet responding to this. If you scroll down, showing a girl that I'm not lame and pathetic. Hey, idiot, your place looks like dog shit. Nice poor person, nice you fucking loser. I'm gonna wipe my ass with this rug, by the way. Yeah,
Negging. She wants to be negged.
yeah.
Like, I can understand if she went to his apartment and he, didn't have a bed frame and all the classic shit.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. What? Don't be that impressed with a girl's apartment. Is that a new rule for these bitches?
It was funny too, because that tweet, like the
What? We said it's making hating women hour.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bad woman. She represents most of them, at least.
Yeah. This has changed my opinion of all women.
But that tweet's funny too, because the first half I was like, it sounds like it's going to be like a cute tweet, kind of. Like, and it's like she was like going to make a joke about like guys like being impressed.
Yeah.
She just goes, "What a pathetic piece of shit."
Oh, he cares. He notices. He's noticing these little things.
Little things.
They're cute, and he's like,
Loser.
"Oh, fuck
Her
this piece of
Twitter
shit."
handle is ex-bisexual.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Her bio says it all.
I don't know. It just seems like a classic. Like she's looking for something to
Yeah, no, this is
shit on, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna win the internet with this tweet, and then it's just like, yeah,
this is a
sucks.
miserable woman who will never find love, and then she'll complain that it's everybody else's fault.
It's kind of like did you see the tweet with the girl that was like, yeah, he left me money and is flying me out to this place, and it's clearly her writing the note. Like they're just looking for something to like go viral, and they think it's great. Why aren't women allowed to be irrationally angry? Okay. Yeah,
I know everything about her already.
There's another one. Somebody blogged this. A guy, he must have just like started seeing this girl. He texted her in the morning, said, "Hey, that's not much, but lunch on me today," and sent her $30. She just immediately sent the $30 back and tweeted out like, "I'm so sick of this low effort bullshit. Like, honestly done with men."
I mean, that is a weird move by the guy.
It is a little weird to just send a girl cash.
Wait, I mean, had they been dating? What was good? What was
I don't know.
I think lunch is kind of crazy. $30. It's like what? But like maybe a cup of coffee. Like, oh hey, you're running behind today. I know you had a late night working. Like here's
It's such a good move.
$5 for a cup of coffee.
Have you done that, Tommy?
No.
Oh, you don't date.
Send girls
I mean,
money.
Sending cash is a
I haven't.
No,
I haven't done it, but I know it's a
you
move.
make a gift card in the Starbucks app. You have to
Oh.
like know the person. Like you have to be like dating them.
Well, that's different.
yeah,
But just sending them $30.
that's crazy.
Like, do what
hey,
you want with
broke boy, here's
Yeah,
$30.
like that, no.
I don't know, 30 for lunch. That opens up a lot of possibilities.
An expensive lunch.
Right.
Yeah.
But 30 is just like a weird number where it's like, yeah, they don't have to go get lunch. They can go use someone else. $5, coffee. I get it.
But then that almost seems worse. 30, you can do something with $30. If I got sent $30, I would be like, nice. Like this is
Yeah, but
a
doing
good
something
lunch for
doing
today.
something that's not lunch with it is kind of weird. Like I don't.
He specified lunch,
I know.
but yeah, you don't have to do that. Thanks. It's so over low effort.
Yeah, I don't know if these people, it's not, they weren't just strangers. It wasn't like he saw her on Venmo.
They probably like,
saw her
went on
Venmo
3
history,
or
he's like,
4
this girl's
dates or
hot.
something.
Not a bad
Sliding in a
move.
girl's Venmo DMs.
Not enough people are checking out Venmo. My thing this year, I was scrolling my Venmo history. Like, I think it was during the Super Bowl. I was just so bored watching. I was like, this is done. And I was just scrolling through Venmo, and I was like, oh, wow, there's a lot happening on here. I was just liking people's Venmo trade. Like, someone was like, hey, here's $10 for buffalo chicken dip. And I was like, all right.
Oh yeah. I went private on Venmo like a long time ago. Like,
Yeah,
If you're not private on Venmo, you're
yeah, because
insane.
I just thought it was like so obvious. And then when I met my now fiance, she was like, "That's kind of weird. Like that's sketchy. What you doing on Venmo?" So it's like, why should that be?
I don't want
why should
people-
that
yeah.
ever be public?
No.
Like, why is there a feed on Venmo? Like, are they trying to make it into
That-
like a social?
That's
media
what it
app?
feels
like.
like.
It
That's
doesn't
why
make
I'm
any
so,
sense.
like, enamored by the history. I'm like, what's going on? Like, who are these people? Like, half the people you don't even really know. It's like someone that you hung out with, like,
Yeah.
8 years ago. And you're like, oh, yeah, I kind of remember them.
Yeah, it's really weird people you get too.
But I
'Cause
like-
you're not
but-
like friending people, which you I think also can do is like befriend people.
Oh, you for sure can. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, like, sync your I don't know.
So it's just
best is-
anybody you've
the
had a
best is
random
when a
transaction.
wife and husband Venmo each other like publicly on Venmo. They've been married for 7 years and they're still doing public Venmos to
Yeah,
each other.
you're a psycho if you're not
do that sometimes.
private on Venmo, but I am nosy and I want to see what you're doing on Venmo.
Yeah.
But it's the weirdest people that are not private. That's it for topics. After show, big news.
Survivor back tonight.
Survivor's
Nothing
back,
Fortunate
boys.
Back. Survivor 48 premiere, 2-hour premiere episode. Not to brag, I already saw it. Went to the Survivor premiere party in Chelsea. Great episode. Yeah, we'll be back. Snuffing Torches. Me, Nate, John, Rich, various other guests throughout the season. No Clemmer tonight. He'll be back. We'll get some former players on. Maybe Ronan and KB will join us at some point. They're new Survivor heads, but they big-timed us all last season. But yeah, best show on TV. I forgot to wear my Survivor shirt today. I was rushing out of the house. But yeah,
How does this season look?
it was a good first episode.
Yeah.
Good first episode.
I think the contestants of the last season were like kind of woke and annoying?
Well,
Like the girl
no.
was that the vape episode where she's like, I can't go without my vape.
No, that wasn't last season. When was
That was a couple seasons ago.
I don't really
Yeah.
follow. Yeah.
This guy's a snuffhead.
I'm not I'm not what is it? A snuffhead?
Snuffhead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not a snuffhead.
So go subscribe, Snuffheads, as if you're not already on YouTube.
There are pictures of it. Are we allowed to talk about you meeting Jeff Probst? Have you-
Yeah. I'm gonna put out a video probably early next week. Got to meet Jeff, did a challenge that he called, and then I got to talk to him a little bit, pitch myself to him.
Am I allowed to? I'm saying right now. We're talking about like dramatic stories. Jeff Probst said your story is not dramatic enough.
Yeah, well, I don't have that dramatic. I need a more dramatic story. That's my thing.
You got to come out.
I did tell him I would survive a plane. He was like, people think like you got to survive a plane crash to be on the show. I was like, I would survive a plane crash to be on the show.
Would you cut off a body part? Be like, yeah, I lost.
And I'm guaranteed to be on.
Yeah,
I'd lose a finger.
a finger. It has to be bigger than that.
No, I'm not losing.
You got to use yeah.
Because then I wouldn't be very good. Then I would never win, so it's pointless.
Girl came on with the leg.
Yeah, she won't
But-
win. Because
That would make your winning all the more legendary.
No, but they would never take me to the end. They'd be like, this guy's got too good of a story at the end. So you have to be very strategic with what body part you're losing.
But they'd probably take you pretty far because you get like the sympathy vote.
Yeah, but I'm not in it to go far. I'm in it to win it, and you're not winning as an amputee.
Do they still do it like when Rupert won the fan vote? Is it like a fan vote? where
No,
you
they
can-
don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
There used to be the Sia money. So Sia, shine like a chandelier.
The
SIA.
artist. Yeah.
She used to just, I think she stopped, or maybe CBS asked her to stop, but like she just gave money to whoever she liked every season. She's like a huge Survivor fan, and she'd be like,
Kinda
oh,
cool.
here's
I love that.
50K, I liked you.
Yeah.
But I think she stopped that.
Yeah.
She ran out of money.
Probably. We haven't had a hit like Chandelier in 11
You
years.
really haven't.
You guys,
G's
G's
birthday.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
happy birthday, Gia.
I learned I was 33 today. That sucked.
You're
What?
33?
Yeah.
You just learned
I just
that?
thought I was 32, and then Nate asked me how old I was, and it kind of hit me.
When's your birthday?
It was January 27th recently.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
Yeah. It's kind of setting in.
It's like yeah.
And you feel anything at 33?
No. Just nope. Nothing.
Yeah.
Just kind of a sad number.
Larry Bird
Larry Bird.
year.
I feel like 30, I mean, I'm not there yet, but I feel like 35 is going to be worse than 30, personally.
It is.
Yeah. Well, I know, like, obviously it is because you're older, but, like, I feel like people always are like, oh, 30, I'm going to turn 30. 30, though, especially in New York City, you're early 30s.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You're basically still in your 20s. I feel like 35 will start to be like, uh-oh.
35 when you were a kid, 35 was like, okay, that person has a house and a kid.
Right.
When you're 35 and you don't have a house and a kid, you kind of look yourself in the mirror and wonder what's wrong with you.
Right. And you're how old?
I'm 36. I neither have a house, a dog, a kid, a girlfriend, a fiance.
Yeah, so Snuffing Torches is back tonight. Check it out. That is the
We'll be
rundown.
live about 10:05.